Well, hey guys, I'm Phil Heimlich, and this is the Radical Middle. I'm sure you think that slavery no longer exists in this country, but it actually does. It's called financial slavery. I'm talking about $1.75 trillion owed for student loan debt. Do you know the average federal loan borrower owes over $35,000? And here's what you need to know about student loans. They're almost the only type of debt you can't discharge in bankruptcy. In other words, I could run up $100,000 in gambling debts and go to bankruptcy court, get it wiped out. Yet these loans follow these kids around for the rest of their lives. Many older adults are still paying off these things. And the fact that lenders know that they can chase these kids around for the rest of their lives makes them more and more eager to loan massive amounts to college kids. Here's the real kicker, though. Almost all these loans are backed by the federal government or made directly by the federal government. So private lenders can't lose no matter how much they lend because Uncle Sam will pick up the tab. And our federal government doesn't care about piling more debt on us taxpayers when these loans go bad. But listen, ever since the federal government began offering or guaranteeing student loans, the price of college education has shot up. Those of you who are parents of college kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Why haven't our colleges made an effort to cut costs or reduce tuition? Here's the reason because they know these kids can always borrow the money from Uncle Sam, no matter how much the colleges charge. We need to force these institutions of higher learning to cut their tuition and cut their fees. And here's two things we can do to make this happen. One is to allow student loans to be discharged in bankruptcy so they can't be hung around the necks of these kids forever. The other is that the federal government needs to get out of the student loan business. It's not permitted under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution. And getting rid of federal backing will force colleges and universities to compete, not just on who's got the best education, but on price. I'm Phil Heimlich, and this is the Radical Middle.